The episode kicks off with Ahsoka, Sabine, and Wren still stranded in the forest of Seatos, attempting to make repairs, particularly to the transmitter in order to contact Hera, which they successfully manage, despite still being unable to leave. Before they head to the ground base of the enemy, Ahsoka asks Sabine if she can trust her to make the right decision, being to destroy the map to prevent Thrawn's return at the cost of not seeing Ezra again. Sabine says Ahsoka can trust her, but she doesn't seem fully intent on keeping that promise. The camera transitions to Elsbeth and Baylan orders Shin and Merrick to engage Ahsoka and Sabine after they locate them in a clearing of the forest. While Ahsoka and Sabine are talking on the ship, Wren is attacked while making repairs to the exterior, and despite putting up a good fight, isn't safe until the other two are alerted and clear out the assassin droids. After Wren tells them to stick together, they head towards the location of the map, but soon encounter Shin and Merrick. Meanwhile, Hera and her son Jason, along with Chopper and a fleet behind them, Carson Teva included, make their way to Wren and the stranded ship's location. We see later on in the episode Hera making contact with Wren. Shin engages in a duel with Sabine while Ahsoka deals with Merrick, eventually slicing through him in a fashion akin to Obi-Wan cutting through Maul. Interestingly, it's a little similar to the Inquisitor Ahsoka kills in Tales of the Jedi, where they don't really die like a normal living being. In the Tales of the Jedi case, the Inquisitor sort of deflates, and in the case of Merrick, he releases green gas, which makes me think he was perhaps possessed by Elsbeth's magic. Regardless, Sabine tells Ahsoka she can handle Shin, and with that, Ahsoka heads towards the map, eventually coming face to face with Baylan Skoll, who mentions Anakin and mocks Ahsoka by telling her she'll go down the same path of destruction as her master. While Morgan Elsbeth is setting up for departure in the finished hyperspace ring, Baylan and Ahsoka engage in a duel, and after it looks like Ahsoka is victorious, she attempts to grab the orb, but by touching it while activated by Elsbeth's magic, she burns her entire hand and Baylan gets the better of her. While the orb is knocked off the pedestal temporarily, with Ahsoka's burnt hand and the fact that Shin arrives without Sabine, causing Ahsoka to believe something has happened to her, she is distracted and overwhelmed. Sabine does shortly arrive, but only to witness Ahsoka being cut down and forced into the sea below the precipice. With Ahsoka seemingly dead and Baylan tempting Sabine with the prospect of Ezra's return, she hands over the map she picked up off the ground after it cooled to Baylan, who restores it on the pedestal, allowing for the hyperspace ring to finish charging. Something I do want to note is that Baylan does seem regretful before cutting down Ahsoka, and even promises Sabine that no harm will come to her, telling Shin not to harm her either. As they board the shuttle to reach the other galaxy housing Grand Admiral Thrawn, Hera's fleet arrive in orbit, but are quickly dispatched as the shuttle successfully enters hyperspace, cutting through the fleet, leaving only the Ghost, Hera's ship, and a few starfighters intact. As the episode closes, the camera pans over Ahsoka's body as she wakes up in a separate dimension familiar to her and us as the viewers. This is of course the world between worlds. To her amazement, she hears the voice of her old master, turning around to see none other than Anakin Skywalker. That's it for this week's breakdown. I hope you all enjoyed, and I am of course hyped for Ahsoka's travels with Anakin next week. Have a great day. See ya.